There it is.
There it is. This is the 2026.
It's a Hoppy New Year.
Yeah, this is start of season 3 of the Hoppy Dudes. Yes, season 3. Season 3. And you know what? For anybody who hasn't listened to us before,
dicks.
Well, they're dicks. You know what? No, they're just unfortunate. They're missing. They're missing out if they haven't listened to us before. But season 1, which is only about 9 episodes because we started through the year, like 8, 9, 10 episodes. But season 2, a full catalog of 25 episodes. It's all out there. You can go listen to it.
25 or 26?
It's 25. We get 25 episodes in 2025.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sticking with the year.
Yeah.
But it's all out there. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on iHeartRadio. You can get it on
Apple everywhere.
Yeah, Apple everywhere. So anyway, go check it out.
Yeah.
But before we get into this year, before we kick off season 3, I want to show the folks who do listen to us, and by the way, we're on YouTube too because we've started to do more video now, and we're
fancy.
We're fancy now. But I want to show everybody what thoughtful gifts you gave me for Christmas. Yes, check this out.
A thoughtful gift?
Yes, you gave me thoughtful gifts for Christmas. First of all, a fanny pack. I mean, and it's a huge fanny pack. Look at the size of that. And if you look at this, look at that. It's a belly. So if you just strap this around your belly, it's a big hairy belly with a navel sticking out. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to make use of that this coming summer. But
make use of your big hairy belly.
I'm going to make use of my big hairy belly this coming summer.
More importantly,
mostly to fill it with beer. But it's also a carrier for this. I'm going to whip this out here. I'm going to whip this out for you.
Yeah, there you go.
This was the gift.
That's the gift.
This
keeps on
is
giving.
The gift that keeps on giving. The easy squeezy banana.
Yeah.
Super stretch. Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Check that out. Check that out. It stretches.
Oh, I should let this go right.
No, do not let that go right now. Do not. We're going to have to stop the video and go to the emergency room. You let that go right now. But this thing stretches up to 6 feet, it says.
Yeah.
And actually, myself and Sam got this stretch to 6 feet 6 inches on Christmas night when you gave it to me. And so, we'll put that over here. But the banana will make recurring appearances. Yes, during this year. Yeah. I'm taking that everywhere with me. So
I regret that purchase. And you know where we got that?
You're going to regret it.
I know.
You're going to regret that purchase because it's coming everywhere with me.
We got that at Mount Vernon, the home of George Washington.
Yes.
We were visiting there, checking some stuff out there. We found the banana, and then my wife distracted him. I distracted him while my wife went and bought the banana because he was quite absorbed with it in the gift. Well, I don't know what that has to do with Mount Vernon, to be honest.
I have no idea what it has to do with Mount Vernon, but it was pretty cool. And it was funny that it showed up on Christmas night after we had dinner. Got the families together and had dinner. Yeah. And so, but for people who have maybe not listened to us before, just a reminder, this is all about, we talk about beer.
Yeah.
We talk about nonsense.
Yep.
We tell stupid stories because we met in kindergarten.
1969.
Yes, exactly, as John Cougar Mellencamp would say.
Or as the Hoodoo Gurus say.
Oh, yes, 1969. Yeah, check out the song Kinky. But anyway, no, the song is called Kinky.
Greek's favorite song.
Yes. But anyway, so we met in 1969 at the Pleasant Hill Elementary School in Whitehall, Pennsylvania.
In West Catasauqua.
And we've been following each other around and hanging out ever since.
Drinking beer.
And so we talked about... Not in kindergarten, soon after that. But we tell stories. We want to hear people's stories that match our stories,
or add to our stories, or adjunct,
and
adjacent to.
They don't have to be in any way, shape, or form related to where we came from. Because we've had some people hit us up on Facebook or other social media and tell us I had an equivalent story. And so
I had a similar experience.
Yeah, so we just want to build that kind of sharing and talking and hanging out and sharing of beer and our love of beer. So. Anyway.
But we're outside in beautiful Ashburn here.
Yeah.
This is my back deck, and I've got the fire table on.
Yes.
Nice. It's a little chilly out here in January as we're heading into full-on into winter, but not too bad today.
Yeah.
Good for what we're tasting today. We're tasting the snowpack, and I have a picture of the snowpack here. You can get that at I got mine at Costco, but it's a Sierra Nevada cold pack, and it's got 4 different beers in it. Actually, we're going to taste 3 today.
Yeah.
We're leaving one out so you can be surprised and try that on your own. But we're tasting the Snowed In Torpedo Cold Torpedo IPA. It's a cold IPA and Powder Day IPA. 3 IPAs, wintry IPAs put out by the great Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, and when was Sierra Nevada founded?
Oh God, at least a week ago, because that's when I got the beer.
They've been around a little bit longer than that. Yes.
Actually, it was more like a month ago. I think I saw this a month ago and picked it up.
No, they were around a little bit longer than 30 days, too. Yeah.
Well, okay then.
They've been around since 1979 when they were founded in Chico, California.
Chico, and the man.
Yeah, California, near San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it was actually founded by 2 home brewers, 2 guys who were brewing beer at home, Ken Grossman and Paul Kamsey. If I mispronounced that, I apologize, but Paul Kamsey, Ken Grossman, they founded it, and they opened up a second location in North Carolina, Mills River, North Carolina, in 2014.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and by 2016, they were the 7th largest brewer in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I think they're like the 3rd largest privately owned brewer in the U.S. too.
That's
so
impressive.
They are widely considered one of the earliest and most influential craft brewers of the late 20th century.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So we're going to be checking out their winter pack today.
Yeah.
But we're also going to talk about what?
The industrial arts.
Industrial arts.
AKA
shop class. That's a fancy way of saying shop class.
Industrial arts.
Yeah.
I study the industrial arts. Thank you very much.
Yes, it sounds very fancy, but it's not. I didn't even think they had shop class in high school anymore.
I don't know about that. Kylie says yes.
Yes, Kylie says yes, so and I was asking Kylie and Josh about this, my youngest son, before we kicked off this episode today, and they said, oh yeah, there's still shop class, but I don't think they have all the shop classes we had. They definitely don't. We'll get into the shop classes we had, but I think it's probably just like wood shop, electronics shop, and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, we didn't have electronics shop because
so I'm going to do it because it was a Stone Age. You're going to do a second.
Before we get into that,
you can steal some of mine.
Steal yours.
Yeah.
Waste ups.
All right. So this beer right here. If you get a look at that, get a close-up on that one.
Also, I've got a close-up of the can to show you, too, Kyle. I'm going to cut to that and show them what it looks like up close there.
So we're going to show them the can?
Yeah, show them the can. All right, we got the can.
All right, we got the can.
Anyway, here's the beer.
So here's the beer.
Yeah,
cheers. First beer of the year.
Yeah.
All right.
And this is the Winter Warmer Ale.
Yeah, this is the Winter Warmer Ale.
It's a 7%er, is it?
It's a 6.5% ABV.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any information on the IBU scale on this one, but it is a winter warmer. And a winter warmer basically it's not a winter ale. It's a traditional malty, sweet, strong ale is what it is. Now, strong has varied over time. I mean, strong used to be 5 to 6%. That's if you think about British beers, that are typically 3.5%, 4%, like a strong winter winter warmer.
Yeah.
Would be in that like 4 to 5-6% range.
Yeah.
However, what we got going on here is something
failure to communicate.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're communicating.
This is a 6.5, but now winter warmers are typically in the 6 to 8% range.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find one above 10. So, what do you think of that one?
Let's see.
Well, that's good. I like that.
Nice. You're right. Multiple sweet vectors in there.
Yeah.
But not overly sweet. Bounced off with real good hops.
Yeah.
The color is amber, dark amber, pretty dark amber.
Yeah.
Very nice beer. That's these guys
the traditional winter warmer is a darker beer, not as dark as like a stout or a porter, but that's a beautiful color. If you look at that, it really is kind of an amber,
especially through the cool fire flames.
Flames. Oh, that looks really nice actually there.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Nice creamy tan head on it. Really holds the glass. If you shake it around, it's good.
Yep.
So what kind of flavors do you get from that?
Oh boy, caramel.
Caramel, definitely. People say caramel. Do you think it's spiced? Any spiciness?
Yeah, a little spicy. I was going to say, it's not cinnamon though.
and that tends to be the difference between a winter ale and a winter warmer.
Okay.
The winter warmers don't kick in all the spice.
Right. No,
there's just a subtle.
There's there's some hops in there that give you that little bitterness too, but there's. Is that like nutmeg?
Maybe. Yeah, a little bit of nutmeg, but people say...
Not clove, though. I don't.
No, definitely no clove in this. People call it roasty. I think that's there, like a little nutty roasty.
Nutty roasty, that's good, yeah.
And people call
like
it
a walnut almost.
biscuity. Yeah.
Biscuit walnut kind of thing going on.
All right, so scale of 1 to 5, where'd you put it?
Oh boy, that's a good beer. 4.7.
4.7, wow, you like that a lot, don't you?
I really do. I think it's delicious. So there's a lot going. I think there's just so much.
There is a lot going on
there. I kind of like it.
It is good, and it is definitely warming.
Yeah.
So, 3,900 reviews on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Not LinkedIn. Untapped. Wow, damn.
Untapped.
I got to get started.
It's
a new year, man. I got to
get in the groove there, buddy. That banana's got you distracted.
The banana's got me all distracted and disheveled. And
I was going to make you do a trick with that banana today, but it's a little too cold for that. We're going to wait.
We'll save that for
when
the summer.
When it warms up, I've got some things I'm going to make you do.
The banana is going to be a recurring guest.
Yeah, you're going to whip that banana out. We're going to make you earn it.
I'll whip it out. I'll whip it out regularly.
Yeah.
So you said 4.7?
Yeah, 4.7. I like it a lot.
Okay,
I think it's a real good beer.
Out of 3,900 people that reviewed it, they said 3.65 average.
I think that's low. But
I think that's a little low. I'd give it maybe a 4. I think it's good.
Good beer.
So it's a good beer.
Oh, I wanted to say something too. The cans are really funny because their little slogan on all the Sierra Nevada products, it says, "Family owned, operated, and argued over." I just think that's pretty clever, man.
That is pretty clever.
They're like, no, not that beer. Yes, that beer. Fuck you.
Well, that's what most families are, right?
Anymore, all right. Yeah.
But let's get into shop class.
Yeah.
Let's get into high school shop class.
Yeah.
So, our high school, where we went to high school in the 80s, our shops were in F-wing.
All the way down.
Yeah, our high school had multiple wings. F-wing was the last wing.
It was the oldest wing.
It was the oldest wing.
And it's where they had the gym too was down. The pool was down.
The natatorium. They had the gym and the pool.
We had the industrial arts and the natatorium, sir.
It sounds really classy,
we were wearing
doesn't
top hats into high school at the
Yes, we were wearing top hats to swim into woodwork. But but we had, F-wing was also the wing where the bathrooms were destroyed. You'd go into the boys' room and there were no, there were supposed to be stalls, but there were no stalls.
They just ripped them out.
Yeah, so they just had toilets in there. It was like being in prison.
It's aptly named F-wing. F that wing. F it.
And you got an F.
Yeah, but all that they had, it was 3 shop classes. We had wood shop.
That's right.
Metal shop.
Metal shop.
And print shop.
Print shop. So, and if you think about this, I think a lot of these shops aren't available anymore.
Well, print shop's gone.
Print shop is definitely gone because
it's all online.
It's all
it used to be now.
You actually had
folks
typeset.
Yeah, you had the typeset. You had to take these metal letters and put them in this rack.
Yeah.
And then you had to fold the paper, get it covered with ink and fold the paper up, and that's how you print it. It was wild.
It goes all the way back to Gutenberg.
Gutenberg and his crazy Bible.
It was his printing press that made it possible.
The Gutenberg Bible.
Yeah. Well, that was the most available book at the time, and basically he created the printing press to be able to mass produce it.
Yeah, he did.
He was like the Henry Ford of
Germany
of the printed word. But
God's messenger, man. It was God's messenger. How dare you?
So we had print shop, we had metal shop, we had wood shop, and I think a lot of it's gone now. I think from what Kylie and Josh relayed to me, I think you have electronic shop now.
Yeah, which makes sense.
It makes
probably have computer type stuff too.
Yeah, and you have wood shop, but I think a lot of it is liability. You think about it. I remember being in wood shop and the bandsaw, which is this just.
Oh yeah.
This
I like the bandsaw.
Yeah, I like the bandsaw, but it was a a belt. Saw.
A saw.
Why?
A metal
blade
saw that went in a big loop.
Went in a big loop.
Yeah. And the nice thing is it pulled down. So it kept your wood down against the table.
Kept your wood down.
Kept your wood down against the table.
Well, now
don't you be reaching for that banana boy.
Now they've got products that help you get your wood out.
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah.
But it was less dangerous to me. I mean, it was more, you can control it better than like the circular saws.
But occasionally that band would break.
Yeah, that was
and
bad.
it would catch on like a knot in the wood and it would just like pop and go.
That's why you wore the safety goggles.
Safety goggles, yes, exactly.
Good idea.
And I mean, metal shop, there was a lot of like presses to bend the metal and stuff. Great opportunity
crimping,
to crush a finger.
Yeah, spot welders.
Oh, spot welders, great opportunity
shears,
to catch on
metal,
fire
big hydraulic metal shears, cool shit like that.
Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff.
And remember, also too, but this is back when you wanted to solder something, you had these iron like wands that you stuck in a thing and heated them up.
Yeah.
And that's what you used to solder. You didn't even plug them in.
No.
It was like really ancient, like Neanderthal type soldering. It was pretty funny.
It was like being a blacksmith.
Yeah. I would have loved that, man. I always wanted to be a blacksmith. I always wanted to like make swords and knives.
So you
shit.
enjoyed metal shop?
I sort of did. I had it a bit, but then my grandfather was a welder. He had his own actual metal shop.
Yeah.
And I used to go up there and do stuff with metal, and he would help me, show me all kinds of cool things to do with metal. I actually don't think I had metal shop in high school.
Really?
I never had metal shop in high school. Mr. C, right?
Yeah.
Wait, did he take over? No, who was?
No. We'll get to the teachers in a few minutes.
I didn't have metal shop.
He was.
I had wood shop.
Yeah.
And I had print shop.
Okay.
Those are the two I actually had. I never actually had metal shop in high school.
Okay.
Now
I had all three.
We'll talk about middle school later because I did have that one in middle school. So.
Well, I mean, but harkening back for a moment to middle school, that's where they first started us in shop classes, and that's where they first started teaching us safety because there is so much liability. Yeah. I mean, print shop, you could crush your fingers if you let that roller come down over your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in middle school was where they first started indoctrinating us, and we've talked about this one before. When we talked about middle school,
right.
But
just to refresh your memory,
it's worth talking about.
Just to refresh your memory, I'll just start a little bit of this. I don't want to traumatize our viewers too much, but this is Clay. If you cut to this one,
they'd say it was an accident, but the men knew, and I knew that I had killed him.
It didn't have to happen. This crazy, weird industrial film to, show you all about the dangers of,
Well, they were.
This is the best part right here. Look. Yeah. See, there's fingers getting cut off. There's dudes getting stabbed with wood
without a guard,
and it's just shitty. I'm not going to roll through it. It just wasn't just refresh your memory on that. But
yeah, but that was like they would bring a bunch of 7th graders into a class and put you in this class, and then just show you this black and white film where people getting their fingers cut off. And
it was gory
graphic as hell.
Yeah, it was gory.
Yeah, and then somebody gets impaled with a flying board.
Yeah, and nobody wanted to touch any of the machines after that.
Oh yeah,
nobody even wanted to get. We didn't want to look at them. I took a regular saw on a piece of wood, sanded, and I was done. I was like, I ain't going near that shit. I ain't losing a finger, getting my guts ripped out by a 2x4 and shit like that. I don't want to be named Lucky, like in the movie.
Well, but the funniest part of that was the fact that the dude's name I don't know if it was the dude that died or the dude that actually accidentally killed him by
Lucky was the guy that accidentally killed his buddy.
Yeah,
his friend. Unlucky.
He accidentally kills his friend by not doing, working safely.
Yeah.
And then the ending is like, he wasn't really lucky after all.
Lucky was devastated, so it's pretty funny. But yeah, so and we'll get back to some of the incidents that happened.
In our shop class, even after watching it didn't have to happen. There were still some incidents because we were young and stupid.
Yeah,
and now we're just old and stupid.
Well, I know a lot of the stuff that they use has safety preventions to avoid.
They were then back then too, but you still had to be smart.
They're probably better now compared to what they were.
Yes,
maybe, I don't know.
Yes, Kylie questioning why we're stupid, why we were stupid. It's it comes with
age-old question, isn't it?
Class in college when I built a bookshelf.
Well, that's true. You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, my glass is empty. And it's time for beer tasting number 2.
What have we got?
What we have got is Cold Torpedo. Again, we're going through the Sierra Nevada Cold Pack. So this Cold Torpedo, right?
Yeah.
This is a little bit heavier. This is a 7%. I mean, we're going from lowest to highest ABV as we usually do, as is our practice. And there you go.
It's a cold IPA.
Let's get a look at this one.
Plus, I've got a big picture of it here.
Oh, you got a big picture?
I got a big picture, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I took that earlier.
I didn't mean to discount your big picture.
It's okay.
Okay, but this one, the Sierra Nevada Cold Torpedo. I mean, if you drink Sierra Nevada, their Torpedo IPA is one of their typical beers, right? It's out there.
Torpedo.
Yeah, but
I don't know why I wasn't putting that together. It's been around forever.
Yeah, Torpedo IPA has been around forever. But what's the difference between Cold Torpedo and Torpedo? Do you know?
This one's cold.
Well, you can drink it warm if you want.
One's meant for the Arctic, the other's meant for the Pacific.
No, what it's meant is this one basically, it's a 7%er. It's the IBU scale. It's on the IBU scale. It's a 45 on the IBU scale. So out of 0 to 100 IBU, it's 45.
Yeah.
So it's
right in the middle.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's a cold IPA, which is basically it's an IPA brewed with using lager yeast. But IPA is India Pale Ale is an ale.
Right.
But it's brewed at traditional ale temperatures, right?
Oh, so they're using a lager yeast, but they're brewing it warm.
Using a lager.
Wait, cold. They have to brew it cold then.
A lager yeast at warmer temperatures.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's sort of odd that it's called a cold IPA. It's actually like a warm.
It's more like a warm IPA.
A warm lager or cold IPA. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about it.
Anyway. Check it out and tell me what you think.
Nice beer. Very smooth, very even. Right in the middle with the hops. Not terribly malty.
No, not malty at all. I mean, get a look at that. I mean, get a look at that. Yeah. Get a look at the color on that one. Hello.
How you doing?
But yeah, it's a golden color. I mean, a light golden, right? Not super gold, but I wouldn't call it straw either.
No.
And it's got a whitish head. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But it's a strong head. It's a good beer. But what do you think? Taste hops, you said.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Not too hoppy. Not hoppy. Kind of kolshy. A little bit. A little kolsch. I might say a little bit of a kolsch, a good kolsch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
People call it crisp, and I think that's kind of like kolchy.
Yeah, crisp. That's a good way to put it. It's crisp.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not... It's not anything radical.
Do you think it's terribly bitter?
No.
I don't either. A lot of people in reviews described it as bitter, but I don't think it's bitter.
Other people nothing like Frank the Shank.
No. It does not have a bitter personality. So where would you rate this one? This is, again, the Cold Torpedo.
3.5. And I'm staying right there.
You're staying at your 3.5?
Yep. I like it, but it's just sort of, okay.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't say no to it.
Oh, no. I would drink this all day.
Yeah, I wouldn't bust down a door to get to it either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to kick in anybody's door to steal their torpedo.
Which is wrong anyway.
Why would I steal their torpedo when I've got the banana?
Yeah, well, there's that.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I get your banana, man.
Like I said, the banana's going to be a recurring guest this year.
That banana, you're going to regret that banana.
No, you're going to regret it. You are going to regret having purchased it for me.
I have plans for that banana. You and that banana are going to do some stunts later on.
Okay.
Things warm up a little.
Plan a banana.
I'm going to make you guys play Catch the Banana blindfolded.
No.
Oh, actually, that could be fun.
Yeah, nobody gets hurt though. What's fun in that?
No, you could get hurt because you're blindfolded. Get hit by a banana in the head.
Okay.
Have you guys actually ever seen that blindfold water bottle challenge?
No.
No, and I don't want to.
People get hurt.
I don't want to do anything where I get hurt or anybody gets hurt.
Yeah.
We do not advocate.
Humiliation we're all into.
Humiliation is good, but we do not advocate getting hurt.
Yeah.
And humiliation is only good if the person is willing to be humiliated.
Correct.
Yes.
They've agreed to the humiliation.
They've agreed to the humiliation.
Consensual humiliation.
Consensual humiliation, exactly. Thank you.
Well, let's get back to wood shop. Let's get back to
wait a
shop.
minute, you didn't rate this one.
I did, 3.5.
You said 3.5. Okay, you did say 3.5. 9,700 reviews, 3.77 average.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. All right, so let's get back to shop class.
Shop class, right.
So we started talking a little bit about the teachers we had.
Right.
So let's get back to that.
So here's the cool thing about
the teachers were characters.
Yeah, here's the cool thing about the teachers. They all had nicknames, so we can use their nickname, and everybody's going to know who we're talking about. But even people who don't know them won't know, so it's not going to hurt their family or anything like that.
That's
when
true.
we talk about.
That's true.
So the first one,
Well, let's talk about woodshop.
Woodshop.
Yeah. Because
So-
there's two there.
Yeah, there was one. I had the one, and I didn't have the one you had. I think you
really?
had both.
I had both.
Yeah, I only had the one. I had his name. They called him Wedge. He was an older gentleman. He was probably in the 60s, close to 70, I think. He was pretty old.
because he retired a couple of years when we were in high school. He retired while we were in high
there.
school.
Yeah, like I had him for a year, and he was a white-haired gentleman, thin, very Pennsylvania Dutch. And his the reason they called him Wedge was because if they ever had a problem with your project, his solution was, to quote him, just put a veg in it.
Yeah, and Pennsylvania.
Just put a veg in it.
But the Pennsylvania Dutch accent, it wasn't put a wedge in it. It was
put a veg.
Put a veg in it.
Put a veg in it.
And
So he became known as
Wedge.
or veg.
Yeah.
But Wedge.
But people
So
called
that was
him
his
Wedge.
nickname. He was a cool guy. He was really nice.
Yeah, he was a nice
guy.
Man. But yeah, and he was helpful, and he tried to teach you things.
He actually did teach me things. One of the projects we'll talk about later, I made Kylie made a shelf thing, and he showed me some cool stuff with had the radial arm saw, which was a circular saw on an arm that you pulled towards you, which was a really useful. I never used one before. He showed me how to use that, and he set up the blade a certain way. It was like, this thing's amazing. I was able to make cool shells real quick. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So Wedge was a good shop teacher.
Yeah, he was actually a good shop teacher.
Yeah.
It was funny, but he had gotten that reputation for anytime something's not right, put a veg in it.
Put a veg in it. Yeah.
Put a veg in it. It'll straighten it out.
And most of the time it did. He knew what he was talking about.
I can't tell you how many times in my life I've been doing stuff like projects around the house or whatever.
Get a wedge.
That just needs a wedge.
Yeah. And think about it too. A guy who's been around that long and done that many projects carpentry wise. Especially the Dutchmen. They were good carpenters. Man.
Oh yeah.
Those guys were really sharp.
I mean, anybody like, the Dutchmen, I mean,
they're classically good
if you buy like
carpenters.
Pennsylvania Dutch, what is it? Not Pennsylvania Dutch. What am I thinking
Amish.
about? Amish.
Yeah.
If you buy anything wood that's built by the Amish, it's like that.
and these guys learned it all from those guys.
Yeah,
They kinda handed
if you
it
look
down.
close at whatever that product is, there's probably a wedge here and there. But he retired while we were in high school, and then Mr.
C.
Mr. C.
We have to use his because he didn't have a nickname.
He didn't have a nickname.
Because he was cool as shit.
Yeah, he was cool as shit. Mr. C came in to replace him, and he was a much younger guy.
Yeah.
Right? And
didn't he drive a cool vehicle?
he drove a hearse.
Right.
Dude drove a hearse, and it would be parked out behind the shop. And there was a reason he drove a hearse. He would go buy an old hearse. Like, you look at the standard hearse from a funeral home. And he'd go buy a used hearse really cheap, and then he would just pick up scrap metal along the way and fill the back with scrap metal until it was full, and then he'd take it to a junkyard and sell it because they buy it for the weight of the metal. Right? And then they'd scrap it and scrap the metal, but that was a way to make money.
He was cool. Yeah.
It was kind of funny because one time, the first time, we were getting a bunch of guys together in the end of high school to go down to the beach. One of the things we contemplated was because you could buy a hearse so cheap. We would chip in money, buy a hearse, load a bunch of guys into the back, and drive to the beach. based on his example.
Yeah.
He was setting an example for the kids.
That's called teaching.
That's teaching. Yes, exactly.
You know, he could be.
That's molding the youth.
He could be the original metalhead.
That's true.
Driving around with metal in a hearse. Is there anything more metal,
that's right.
you know, classically metal?
And he was listening to Metallica.
Well, I don't think we had Metallica back then.
Metallica wasn't there yet.
Oh, Judas Priest.
Oh, he was listening. Okay, but he basically like inspired that thought. We never did it because what we found out was the hearse gets about 2 miles to the gallon, and it's like we could afford to, we could actually chip in and afford to buy a hearse,
but you couldn't get.
We couldn't afford to pay for the gas.
Yeah. They weren't designed to go very far.
No, they're not. They're not
just from here to the graveyard, you know.
Yeah, they're not graveyard back.
Not too far. Yeah, that's funny. Man, he was a good dude. I didn't have him, but I knew you guys knew him real well, and I had come across him a few times, and he was cool.
Well, one of the funniest things about him, though, he had this beaker, like a scientific beaker of fluid, of yellow fluid that would sit on his desk.
Speaking of yellow fluid, could you pass me some more yellow fluid?
This one's empty. You got your own over there.
Oh, you already drank it?
Oh, no, I shared it with you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your story. I thought you had some there.
No, you interrupted because you lost your beer. Beer control is important. You got to be aware. You got to be beer aware. But anyway, so
getting schooled.
The bottom line is he had this beaker of yellow fluid that he would sit on his desk.
Yeah.
And it had a little piece of masking tape on it, and it was labeled urine sample. So, and it just sat there, and people would just like walk in and go, "Is that really urine?" And he's like, "I don't know.
Taste it and see.
Taste it and find out."
He was a good dude.
He was a good dude. But then we also had a print shop, like we started talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
We had Bot. Just call him Bot.
The man, how would you describe him?
He had no fucking neck.
He had no neck.
He was like a dome. He was shaped like a dome.
Yes.
Like an elongated dome. Mm-hmm. He just had this enormous head with no neck, and he was just dome shaped.
Yes.
And he talked like this. 4M. You gotta have some 4M quads, and you gotta put them in there, and you gotta have some 3M quads too, because that's what you need to do this.
Yes. So if you've never had print shop, which I'm assuming the majority of the population has never had, and will never have.
At least, I mean, we're 61 now, so I would say that we're close to the end of maybe people who were 55 might have had maybe, I doubt it.
I doubt
we're probably talking a few years, because it wasn't long after we're gone that things just radically changed.
Yeah.
By the time we got by the time I got to grad school, things had actually kind of changed. So maybe there's another 5 years or so. So maybe people
I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're under 50 years old, I can pretty much guarantee you never had print shop.
That's quite true.
But the quad, the 3M quad, the 4M quad, it had to do with the spacers.
Yeah.
It was the spacers, between words and between sentences and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it was, and that became the joke. It was like the 3M quad, 4M quad.
He just kind of barreled on too. He never got flustered by anything. He was a big, I wouldn't want that guy to get mad at me.
No, I mean, he was an ox. He was an ox.
He was huge, but he never got mad. Even when a couple of the guys in class got into a wicked spitball fight, and he just kept right on going, and he just ignored those assholes, and he plowed on, and I was like, damn, man. Christ, that was the grossest spitball fight ever. It was just, saliva was flying through the air.
For that.
Yeah, I was gross.
No, it was gross. But he would just be like, knock it off. Mm-hmm. And then he'd be like, and then he'd turn around and he'd walk away and be like,
He would just yell, knock it off, and walk away chuckling. He's like, I don't care what you do. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He was pretty cool,
But these were our shop teachers in high school. They were all kind of characters, but we gotta reach back to middle school for a second, because
let's go one more though. We got one more.
Really?
Jet.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Jimmy Jet.
Oh yeah, metal shop.
Right. Metal shop in high school was Jimmy Jet.
In high school was Jimmy Jet.
And Jimmy Jet was an interesting character.
Jimmy Jet, he was a fighter pilot in Vietnam.
That's why he was called Jimmy Jet.
Yeah, and he was teaching a bunch of idiot kids metalworking,
which is one of the more dangerous. Of the
because
industrial
like I said,
arts.
you could easily industrial
burn.
arts.
You could. I mean, you could really cause some damage.
Crush
to
your
yourself.
finger or whatever.
I mean, there's a lot of trouble there.
And I think he was a decent guy and a decent teacher.
He was okay.
But like he would tell the kids about his UFO encounter.
Yeah, as a fighter pilot.
As a fighter pilot, and
he became the coolest for a bit.
Yeah, he was always like, we're up here near the. I was up there and I could see the curve. I was up high enough I could see the curve of the earth. I could see the curve of the earth. And then out here in the distance there was this object. and you know, I hate to say it because a bunch of asshole kids. Yeah. Basically. This got passed down from year to year, and so it was always like, go ask Jimmy Jett
fire him up,
fire him up, and he'll tell you his UFO
stories. Yeah. He was all right though. He wasn't a bad guy.
He was all right. Yeah.
Boy, I saw him get mad one time. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
He got really pissed off one time. We'll talk about some of the incidents in shop class.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. He really. I think he smacked the kid upside the head. I think he smacked Elmer upside the head.
But
I think he smacked him. He came in and smacked him.
But when we were in school, there was still like if a teacher smacked you upside the head.
Punishment.
Yeah, it wasn't But nobody was running to their parents.
No.
And no parents were running to the school going, "Hey, my God, you smacked my kid upside the head."
I would say all the incidences that I saw where a teacher smacked somebody upside the head, those kids fucking deserved it. Again. They should have been, somebody should have been smacking that asshole upside the head for the shit they were pulling. So yeah, that's. I haven't seen anybody just smack a kid for no reason.
For no reason.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that.
You should be smacking
abusive, but
But it was just and he was so mad because of what was happening. We'll talk about it in a bit.
Okay, but. I still want to go back to middle school for a second because we cover the high school teachers.
Yes.
But we have one middle school teacher that we got to talk about. Right. Middle school shop teacher.
Yeah. Because metal shop too.
Metal shop because it kind of set the tone for high school.
It did, and I want to preface this by saying that mental illness is a real thing, and this particular teacher suffered. From some type of mental illness.
And I think every kid there knew that.
Every kid knew it. But it also it made for one of the most uncomfortable classes ever because it became like a weird inquisition every time you had the class.
Oh yeah, and
and I mean a weird inquisition.
Oh yeah, I remember because I remember going to that class and everybody was nervous walking into the class because it was
you
weird.
didn't know what was going to go down.
Yeah.
And he always found one or two kids that he just loved to pick on.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, maybe because they would mouth back to him. And I think John, our friend John W, was one of those guys that was trying to be a wise, trying to be humorous and wise, and he just constantly picked on that guy with weird shit. And he would put stuff up we had an overhead projector.
Yeah.
And he would put picture of a gazebo up, and he'd go on and on about a fucking gazebo. Yeah. Remember that?
Well, he didn't know.
I don't know what that was.
I don't think you
weird.
and I were in the same class for that one because he picked out one guy in my class too, and just went on and on about the gazebo.
Yeah, it's weird.
And he would yell at him every class you are a gazebo. I mean, what does that even mean?
Well, and he would also quiz them these weird questions, and then it was like a weird Monty Python sketch. It was very strange.
Yeah.
And then we found out much later that he ended up going to a hospital
where he could get some help and get away from the kids.
Apparently he walked into one of the local churches completely nude.
Well, but even before that, they had a parent-teacher night.
Oh,
and you remember this?
No.
He was hiding under the desk in the shop.
Yeah, that should have alerted some people. Yeah.
That should have cued somebody in that.
That's right.
Why is he sitting under his desk?
That was I forgot about that. Yeah. But again, it was a bit of a horrific thing to be involved in. But it is mental illness, and I feel bad for the guy. Mm-hmm. But I also was it was kind of traumatic.
But this was back.
Very strange.
That was actually back in the mid '70s.
Yeah,
and
right.
Nobody was doing anything about mental illness. Everybody just went, "That's weird. Okay, move on."
I mean, just thank goodness no one he didn't hurt anybody or hurt himself in class or anything like that. He kept it just more almost mentally torturous.
Yeah.
But he never actually hurt anybody, so that's kind of the good news.
Nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt. But hey, it could have gone the other way, and I don't want to make light of it. I mean, it was some crazy weird shit, and we goof around about it, but this guy had real issues. And
One moment. Did you turn the iPad off?
Oh, it just went to sleep. It's okay. I'm coming.
I want to make sure.
Yeah, thanks. I'll come back. Sorry about that. There we go. Should hold on for a while. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So so that was just weird.
Yeah.
But we did do. I mean, we're making it sound like we actually never did anything in shop. Like we never did any projects, but we did actually do some projects.
We did.
Like I mean, I remember I made a clock in wood shop.
Oh yeah.
That I brought home, and my parents hung it on their wall, and then when they moved to Virginia years later, when they were like in their 90s,
they burned it.
No, they brought it. They brought it with them, and they hung it on the wall
That's
here.
cool.
And that clock. I mean, you think about it. I made that clock in the early night, like maybe somewhere between 79 and 82 when I was in high school, right? And that clock worked up until like, I want to say about 2010, 2012,
cool.
before the mechanism finally just died,
just
and it was
quit.
this cheap-ass mechanism on the back. And we finally were like, all right, this isn't working, throw it out. And I know what started happening too. The numbers started to fall off.
What time is it? I have no idea.
I got no idea.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you know, and it was analog, so you know, like kids these days couldn't even read it. They'd be like, I don't know, there's two hands.
Yeah.
Well, like, where's the digital display?
Yeah.
At least when I was in school, they were still teaching us how to read analog clocks.
Yeah.
I don't know about the newest generation, but we knew.
Okay.
I still know.
You still know. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Damn glad you're working on tech and you know how to read an analog clock. That's awesome. Like you're tech savvy. But anyway. Well, yeah, so like I made a clock, and it hung in my parents' house for years, and then hung in their retirement community for years until it died. I also made a mug in that metal class.
Oh, you made a metal beer mug.
I made a metal beer mug.
What happened to that?
Oh, here's the problem with the metal beer mug.
Yeah.
Like,
was it stainless?
no, it was like pewter. No, it wasn't even pewter. It was brass. It was brass.
Oh, brass.
And yeah, you pour a beer, and it's like, oh, this is cool. I got my brass beer mug that I made. I soldered with the two sticks. And all that. I bent it on the thing. I didn't crush my fingers. I got all my fingers intact.
Then you soldered the seam.
I didn't burn myself to death. I soldered the seam. I put the bottom on. I put a handle on it, and then I brought it home. And I put beer in it, and it was like, tastes like metal. This sucks. And then it became a pen holder for years.
Did it have a glass bottom?
No.
No, it was a solid bottom.
It was just
I found out why they used to do that.
Go ahead.
Because if you were getting drafted, I think it's in England, if you were getting drafted, they would put it in a beer mug, your draft notice.
Yeah.
And then they put the beer, and then you'd see it in the bottom, and you knew you were getting drafted. So they made them glass so you could look at it and go, I don't want this beer. You don't want to get drafted for World War II. Isn't that funny? Yeah.
But yeah, so I basically did a couple projects there.
Yeah.
And so I actually made some things.
I made very little. I made I've said it before, I made a shelf. Wedge helped me make a shelf, and guess what for? My beer can collection. So it's full circle here. Still working on beer stuff, and it was cool.
You've been working on beer stuff since high school.
It sounds stupid, but I cut the little grooves to make the shelves, and it was really a cool, classy shelf. I was very pleased with it. I actually learned shit with it. It was kind of cool. Okay. But I think one of my favorite things you made for me.
I actually made for you,
which I never actually finished anything with it. I'm a dick, but
was a flying wedge guitar.
Flying V guitar, yeah.
Flying
made out of like maple.
See, I'm stuck on wedge.
It was cool, man, and you cut out the pickups.
Yeah,
you like drilled out
for the
pickups, and it was a real cool. And I was going to put a neck on it, and I couldn't afford a neck, and I was like, I never did anything with it.
Well, whatever happened to that?
I don't know.
It went the way of my metal mug.
Yeah, I carried it around for a while because I kept saying, I'm building the guitar out of this one day, but I'm not a luthier. I have no idea how to do that. And I was just like,
No, I made you the body.
It was pretty cool looking too.
I think the only problem with it was, I think the miscalculation was, I don't remember what wood was selected.
It was maple.
But it was
hard.
heavy as shit.
Heavy and hard. It was like a Gibson Les Paul, man. That thing was...
Yeah.
I would have been like, I'm dying. I can't play another note. This thing's weighing me down, man.
I gotta sit and play. So, I mean, we actually did some projects. Anyway, so I think it's time, for beer 3 before we get to the end of this discussion. And so, beer 3, Powder Day IPA. And this is one I've never had.
I like the sound of that, Powder Day.
Yeah, Powder Day. Well, you get your own Powder Day over there.
Oh, man.
You get your own Powder Day.
You're mean.
Pour yourself.
You're mean.
That's your mama. I'm not here to take care of you.
Hoppy mean dude.
Here. So, Powder Day IPA. Oh, look
Tell
at that.
us about
that is
this,
a nice. That's a real golden color.
That is.
So and a really nice white cream looking head. Yeah. So, Powder Day IPA, a double dry hopped IPA, ABV 7.7. So we keep going up the ABV scale here.
Dry hopped.
Yeah,
Double dry hopped.
Double dry hopped. This is also a 45 on the IBU scale, similar to the Cold Torpedo.
Wow.
Right.
Seems
So,
hoppier.
and this is an American IPA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I like that.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
that. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
And
done.
the hops really come through.
Yep.
Well, and that's the definition really of an American IPA. Because American IPAs focus on hops and the flavor that comes from the hops.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're citrusy, sometimes they're piney, sometimes they're whatever, floral. But, that comes from the hops and it's really good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Nice pack, though. And then the last one in the pack we're not tasting was a lager.
Oh.
It was a winter lager kind of thing. And it was on the pack, picture of the pack, but I'm blanking on the name of it now.
Okay.
But all these have been really nice. And this has been a nice little... I just got it because the winter was coming, so I figured I'd grab it and we could use it when it's cold.
and this is our first episode of season 3.
Yeah,
so this is our
right in the heart of winter here.
Right in the heart of winter, kicking off January. So and I know a lot of people do like a dry January, but basically fuck that.
We do a wet January.
yeah, we do a wet January.
Yep.
But this is a 7.7, like I said.
Yep.
45 on the IBU scale,
Yep.
American IPA. What kind of tastes what kind of flavors do you get out of that?
Hops.
Hops. People
Crispy
say hoppy.
hops. Try again here. I mean, it's not super malty.
Not at all, no.
It's all about the hops, this one.
Yeah, it is all about the hops.
I mean...
what do you think about it in terms of the body?
light.
Yeah, people say light bodied. It is a very light bodied.
Yeah. I mean, it's an American IPA, a good light bodied.
Which, yeah. Do you get any citrus out of it?
Oh, a little grapefruit maybe, just a little.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, a little grapefruit.
Yeah, people say citrusy. I get grapefruit.
I get a little grapefruit there.
Yeah.
Not a lot, though.
And people do say piney as well.
Oh, I don't get the pine.
I get maybe the piney on the back end.
Yeah, I don't. Let me try that again. I don't feel a pine. And I'm not a pine guy, so I get pine. I go pine.
I'm more of a pine guy.
I don't
I
get
get
the
it
pine
kind
in
of
it.
on the very back end.
Maybe just a
but I
tiny
definitely get the
little note of
grapefruit.
it, but
Definitely
yeah,
get
I
the grapefruit.
Yeah, that's good. Powder Day. I like that. Powder Day IPA.
Powder Day
Makes me want to go
IPA.
skiing.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't had this one, but yeah, okay. This is good. I like it.
Very nice.
I'll probably have to look for this one.
Yeah.
All right, so this has 44,900 reviews. And where do you rate it? Scale of 1 to 5.
3.6.
Close. 3.76
There
average.
you go. There you
so
go.
yeah, you're a little bit below the average, but yeah, good. That's a good beer.
Yeah, I'm hoping we never taste anything below a 3.
Yeah, if we ever
That's gonna
taste
hurt.
anything below a 3, it's going to hurt.
That's going to be like Bud Light or some shit.
Yeah. No. So, but anyway. So let's wrap up this conversation.
Yeah,
Shop glass.
yeah, let's get to the meat.
I mean, there were
Let's
some,
get to the meat
There
of
were
the
some
matter.
memorable moments. I mean, if you remember, even though, we saw the movie, it didn't have to happen.
Yes.
Lucky he wasn't so lucky anyway.
yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
I like the Swedish guy that hacks off his finger with the joiner. That
the
was
guy who hacks off his finger with the joiner because he's not
I was using the
guard.
joiner
I was
without the
using the
guard.
guard without the... And then
blood squirting out.
one of our friends
Oh yeah,
One of our friends was using the joiner.
Johnny B.
Yeah, I wasn't in the class.
Great guy, by
Were you
the
in the
way.
class? Were you in this
I was not in the class.
I was not in
no.
this class, but he was using the joiner, and I don't know if he was using the guard, not using the guard, whatever, but he was like the Swedish guy.
Actually, it wasn't the joiner.
I thought it was the joiner.
I think it was the planer.
Whatever.
It was the planer.
All I know is he took the tip of his finger off.
Yeah, he did.
And of course, remember, this is in F-wing. And
Yeah.
by the time the rumor spread to A-wing, because obviously, they called,
Dude got
an
cut in
ambulance
half.
came and blah, 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 blah. And he took off I don't know what, 1/10 of an inch or something like that.
It did reshape his finger, though.
Yeah, but
because I cut the tip of my thumb off and it grew back. His was a little messed up. Like it had a bevel.
The bevel. Well, it's kind of like beveling wood.
Yeah,
beveled his
he
finger.
beveled his finger
Yeah,
there,
but he took it off, and by the time the story moved around, it was like from F-wing.
Yeah.
By the time it got to D-wing, it's like, oh, he took it off up to the first knuckle.
Yeah.
By the time it got to C-wing, it's like, oh, he took off 3 fingers.
Yeah.
By the time it made its way over to A-wing, it's like he sucked his whole arm right off.
Yeah. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, and this may be a different accident, but I believe he put his hand in his pocket and ran to the nurse, and he had white pants on, those white painter's pants, and they became red by the time he got to the nurse down the one leg.
I don't remember that.
I think that happened. Either that or it was Mr. K, our wrestling coach, because remember he did lose 2 of his fingers up to the knuckle.
Yeah, but that was
because he used to
years
stick him
before
up his
that.
nose like that. He was a great guy. That was years ago, so I don't know if I'm conflating 2 stories here.
I don't know.
I could picture him putting his hand in his pocket and walking down to the nurse too. So it could have been either one of them.
You're getting old. You're just conflating shit.
But there were 2 incidents in our high school. One, way back with Mr. K, who did almost the same thing, and then John, who did a far less less wicked thing to his fingers.
Yes,
But
exactly.
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Well, it didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something with Elmer before,
Yeah.
with our friend Elmer.
Oh, Elmsy Welmsy. Yeah, our friend Elmer. So we were in Wedge's class, right? Mm-hmm. And Elmer was over in Jimmy Jett's class, and there was a door between the 2 classes that you could go back and forth between wood and so Elmer was bored over in metal shop, so he came over to wood shop to hang out with me, and me and Elmer were big into punk rock, right? And we start talking punk rock, and Elmer is talking to me, and he's sitting, and remember, this is wood shop, so they have these tables that are wooden tables, beautiful laminated wooden tables, about this thick, work tables. Yeah. And there's vices on them and stuff, and Elmer hops up on the table, and he has a saw, and he's sitting there.
Like a handsaw.
A handsaw, like a big handsaw, and he's talking to me, and he's sawing into this table. And he's not even paying attention to what's going on. He's talking to me. All of a sudden, Jet looks through the door and sees this and runs in and wails on him. You asshole, what are you doing? You're ruining this beautiful table. And Elmer he wasn't even doing it on purpose. Like, it was just he was just nervously hacking into this table. Like, he wasn't trying to be a dick. Yeah. Like, he wasn't like, I'm going to wreck this table. He was just talking to me and not paying attention to what he was doing. Man, he got wailed on. I was like, oh, shit.
But,
down to the office.
This is an instance of you deserve it.
But again, Elmer's a good guy. Yeah. And it was just funny that he got wailed on. He got wailed on that day, man. Jet was pissed.
Yeah. Oh, rightly so. Yeah, so the one thing I remember, though, about a shop class that really stands out to me in our senior year.
Yeah.
Myself and one of our other friends, one of the guys we play football with, Whitehall had gotten to the state championships for basketball that year. And the tickets had been released, and you had to go down to the athletic office to buy them.
Yeah.
And they got released while myself and this other guy that I'm talking about were in shop class.
Yeah.
In Mr. C's wood shop class.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, go buy tickets.
Yeah, run.
And we went down there. We went down there to get the tickets.
And this is in Hershey, right? They were
Hershey, they were going to. The final is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right? And at the semifinals, when we were getting near winning, there were a number of us that we threw Hershey kisses on the court, right? It was hey, we're going to Hershey.
Yeah.
And our principal got so mad about that.
Clayton.
Yeah, he got so mad about it that
Dude,
when me and this other guy went down to buy tickets, he was standing there and he's like, "You guys can't buy tickets.
Right.
You're banned. You can't go because you disgraced the school because you threw Hershey Kisses on the court." And we were just like, okay. So we went back to shop class and we were like, he's like, "Do you get your tickets?" And we were like, "No, Mr. C, we didn't get our tickets because, principal won't let us buy them."
Right. But also, didn't one of our friends dress like a cheerleader as well? A male friend.
Yeah, so one of our male friends
dressed like a cheerleader, went out there and infiltrated the
cheerleaders.
The basketball. I mean, it's pretty damn funny.
It was funny as hell.
It was great.
It was a whole thing.
It was great.
And our principal was kind of an uptight guy.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
He was starched.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. I remember, so just a quick diversion here. In West Caddy, we had the Pine Street Bridge came across near my house. Yeah. And there was a loop that went underneath where the Pine Street Bridge merged into the land off the water, like over the water. Yeah. There was an overpass where you could loop under the Pine Street Bridge ramp. And various graffiti was painted on that area. Yeah. And one of them that I remember was after the Iranian hostage crisis, somebody put "Burn Iran." Yeah. Right. But the best one was a shanker, a penis outline with the word with his last name. His last name in it. Yeah. Which I thought was freaking. Every time you drive there, you're like, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Dick.
But we go back and we were telling him he wouldn't let us buy tickets. Mm-hmm. So there was a freshman class, woodshop class going on. He grabs one of the freshmen and goes, "Come here." He says, "Give him your money." He goes, "Go down and buy 2 tickets." And he sent the freshman to buy us tickets.
Yeah,
so we got the tickets and we got in.
He's a good dude, man. He was on our side for sure.
And I remember walking in, I think our principal was looking like, "What the hell did you guys get in here?"
Like Dean Wormer.
Yeah, exactly. It was like Dean Wormer.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life.
Yeah, 0.0 grade point average, Mr. Blutarski. Anyway, so I mean, I gotta say I learned some stuff, but high school shop was
industrial arts, man.
Industrial arts. Sorry, not shop. Industrial arts.
Well, anyway,
crazy.
It's been a fun one.
Yeah.
A nice chilly day.
Couple
shout outs we got, right?
Yeah, we got to call some people out.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, we're not calling out people. We're calling out institutions.
Yeah, exactly.
We're with industrial arts, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, places we frequent and places that we did interviews with last year.
Right.
Lost Rhino Brewery, our local brewery.
Always.
Look at your hat. Yep. Hawk Mountain Brewery
up
in Hockendaga, Pennsylvania.
If you're in the Lehigh Valley, you got to go there.
Check them out.
The vibe is great. The beers are great. The food is great. And I've been interacting with them on social media. They post cool shit. They're really fun, man. They are a fun bunch. Yeah. And they've got real cool stuff going on. I can't recommend more. And they were a great, fun interview. We had a great time with them, and I can't wait to get back there and see them again too.
Oh yeah, and Hub City Brewery up in Hagerstown. Speaking of social media, they got a lot going on, and I've been interacting with them.
Yeah, if you're in Maryland, head over there.
If you're in Maryland, if you're anywhere near Hagerstown, you got to check that out.
And we're planning on having a follow-up interview with Jake up there, Jake Blackman, with their distillery.
Because they got a distillery too.
Church Street Distillery, which I will tell you right now, I am not a big hard liquor guy, but man, God, they make the best spirits I've ever had. Yep. Their pineapple upside down cake rum is mind-blowingly good. Their gin is awesome. Unreal. And they're like this self-sustaining ecosystem of booze and beer and cider. They make it all. Yeah. And it's absolutely amazing.
Too.
It's a great environment, great vibe there too. Best mixed drinks you'll ever get in your life. I shit you not.
Yeah. Oh, and if they're based out of Berryville, Virginia, Wild Hair Cider, but they've got multiple locations, including in Leesburg.
Yeah, if you're here where we live around the Northern Virginia area, please check out Wild Hair. They've been good friends to us, Owen and everybody up there, and we've had nothing but great experiences there. They got live music at multiple locations. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Best cider on the planet, in my opinion. Really, really good. So
yes, and I wanted to give a shout out to it's a new YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
Flights with Fields. right?
Flights with Fields.
Flights with Fields.
Yeah.
And they just put out their first video. They go, dude goes and checks out breweries and does a flight and like interviews the people and talks about their beers. And if you like this, you'll love that.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Kylie's been doing some of the video for him here. Our producer Kylie's been kicking ass on that. So
we've got a connection.
And editing.
And editing, she's producing.
Yeah, she's producing that one. So so like check that out on YouTube, Flights with Fields. So a lot of stuff going on this year. Glad to get into 2026. Check us out, like us, love us, give us feedback.
Please listen.
Basically, podcast platform.